Hello everyone, my name is Maud Toussaint Como. Welcome back to my channel. This is the channel where we talk about fragrances, art and culture. Today I'm in a slightly different decor. I am on my balcony overlooking my backyard, and I don't have the artwork, but I feel that nature compensates pretty nicely for the art. I mean, what better artwork than nature and those beautiful limelight hydrangeas? So I'm pleased to share this space with you today for this special video that I'm calling Sweet Feminine Fragrances, but that is good for the grown, mature, classy woman. Now, sweet seems to convey the concept of femininity, and in fragrance, however, sweet does not necessarily translate to femininity. It can translate to a little bit childish, that's not feminine. It can translate to a little bit just too much, just pouring and killing you with sweetness, and that is not really feminine. So femininity with sweetness still requires balance and maturity and complexity in its approach. And so I'm here to share five fragrances, and I think I have a bonus, and they are niche fragrances that I find convey the sweet femininity, but that are quite complex in their approach and interesting and beautiful. The first one is bun number 9, Chinatown. So it's in this beautiful bottle, and so it's a floriento, which means it has flowers and it also has spice. So the main flowers, it opens up with this peach bloom, and it has this creamy gardenia, and it has honey. It's really a delectable perfume. You feel like eating it and drinking it, but it's just it smells almost like nouveau riche, and it's very exotic, and it feels very cozy, especially on winter. But I've actually found that it is so warm, maybe because of the white flowers, but mixed with some of the spices that it has, that it's still really nice for summer, especially summer night and summer evening like today. And next one, I have Shanghai Tang. I'm not sure if the company is still around, but it was a high-end Asian perfume house, Shanghai Tang, and this is Silk Rose. And this fragrance to me is easily the most romantic fragrance that I've ever smelled. It is mostly rose, but it's a very sort of soft, dusty rose petal. And because it is balanced with Haitian vetiver, that causes it to be very smooth and still for a mature woman. I like to think of this fragrance like if I was still a newlywed, and when hubby and I went to our vacation in Hawaii, I feel that if I had that perfume at the time, that would have totally conveyed the morning after in that honeymoon. It's just so extremely romantic and soft, but also mixed with that grounded vetiver, which makes for a very beautiful and interesting mix. And then I have Lost Cherry by Tom Ford. Now it's from Tom Ford's private line, and so that's Lost Cherry. So it's a foodie sweet family, and that's probably the sweetest fragrance I own. It actually, I've purchased it in order to mix it with other Tom Ford fragrances that I have, you know, when they get to be just too much on the masculinity and the, you know, oozing of sexiness, and I want to bring them down a little bit to a more innocent level. So I like to layer them with Lost Cherry. But Lost Cherry by itself is just a wonderful fragrance because it's not just sweet with the cherry. It has almond and tobacco and cinnamon and clove. So, and then it has the base of balsamic base, which makes it very tart, even as it is sweet, so it never turned too sweet or cloying and just too much. So it's a very nice fragrance, I find. So third is Tom Ford Lost Cherry. And then next one I have is Sunshine Woman. I purchased this fragrance when the when the pandemic started and luxurious items for the first time I was seeing them going on sale. So I took the plunge and purchased Amouage Blind, because I know Amouage is a very high-end, complex fragrance house, and I said, well, let me take my chance with the one that's most popular. So when it came, I thought, oh, it was all right. It was colder at the time, so around March, and so it felt more like I could smell mostly the blonde tobacco that it has. So that was a very nice feeling. But seriously, I am actually filming this because of this fragrance. It's about 80 degrees, and this fragrance, that's when I really, to be honest, fell in love with it. I feel like if I'm going to have top fragrance for line, like there is this tag video going on top fragrance for life, I probably am going to say this one when it comes to summer. Because before that, on summer, I used to use some other fragrances like L'Impératrice, which I liked, but it turns out it's so sweet, so did the mosquitoes. The mosquitoes really love that fragrance. But this one, I was enamored by the fact that I was able to be on a 95-degree weather, hot and sweaty, but feel pulled together, and it was just hot and delicious. So this right here really redeemed itself. It was a great purchase for me for summer. Last, actually I have two more, and it's Delina. Delina by Parfum de Marly. Now I am yet to really feel this fragrance. I feel that it's not going to, that's another purchase I did that was on sale with the situation that was happening with the economy. So I took the advantage and purchased fragrance, in niche houses that normally are almost prohibitively expensive. So this one was a situation like this where I was able to get a Parfum de Marly on a great deal, and I could have taken other ones that I felt like I really liked, but I took this one because it has this rose, and it has the it has this tartness to it because of a rhubarb note, which I find was quite interesting, that created the balance. And the fact that it has the Haitian vetiver definitely sold me out. I think you've heard me talk over and over again about Haitian vetiver. I think that the minute you put Haitian vetiver in a fragrance, it just puts it on a whole new level in terms of creating this balance to it if it's a sweet perfume. So I wore it this summer. I felt it was a little bit still too sweet. I could have taken the exclusive one, but the exclusive one became too powdery. It was taking me on a whole new trip, starting one way, and it just was, the range of change in that fragrance was too much. And I found this one remained nice and quiet and smooth, and but I feel that I'm going to enjoy it when it gets slightly less hot than it is right now. Last but not least, that's another plunge I took with the economy and finding highly luxurious product on sale that I would normally not found, and that's Baccarat Rouge 540, the Extrait de Parfum. And I had tried the original one, just Baccarat Rouge, and it was seriously a nightmare for me. For some reason, even if I took a shower, the thing didn't come off. It was just really too much for me. I ended up really not liking it. So this one is an Oriental floral, but I was attracted to this one and it actually delivered. I actually am able to live with it and really like it. But it's just that not a fragrance I would just wear like that. It would have to be an extremely fancy occasion for me to wear it. And it would definitely deliver on the fancy, because it's outright a fragrance that smells like $1,000,000. It feels like you're essentially a millionaire wearing it. So it has this almond and saffron and jasmine and musk and ambergris. So it is sweet, but not completely as sweet as I say. And I just really love it. So I look forward to enjoying it when it gets a little bit less hot. But even as right now, every so often I smell it because it smells so great and wonderful. So this is what I have for you today. And cheers to all of you. Thanks for joining me in my backyard on this beautiful Sunday evening, which is the day that I am filming this. And until next time, bye-bye.